All right, listen, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I generated over $1 million as a direct result of creating this t-shirt. Let's go. What's up, Record Breakers? Chris Record here, another day, another vlog. If you guys are a subscriber here on my channel, you know that we do trainings every single day, 365 days in a row. If you're not yet a subscriber, make sure to smash that subscribe button, make sure to hit that post notification bell. Join the army, we're called the Record Breakers. Every single day, taking massive action, leading an entrepreneur movement called edutainment. We provide you education and entertainment every single day here on this vlog. Now, today we're gonna talk about something called print on demand. Print on demand is where you literally come up with almost any idea that your mind can conceive, and you can put it on hats, you can put it on t-shirts, you can put it on shoes, you can put it on phone cases, you can put it on coffee mugs, you name it. And here's the thing, print on demand allows you to have no inventory, literally no overhead creating the products at all. All you do is you create a design and you upload it to a website and they put it on all of this stuff for you. Then these websites automatically build sales pages for you. They don't even charge for it. So imagine having your own sales page where you can sell hats or t-shirts or watches or canvases. No matter what it is, you can sell it all on your website, and as soon as the customer orders, the vendor that actually creates the canvases or creates the phone cases prints your logo, prints your design on that image and ships it out directly to your customer. You guys, it is the most amazing process ever. It's called print on demand, or POD. Now, in the description of this video, I'm gonna provide a training to where I do over an hour of detailed walkthrough on exactly how to set up your own print-on-demand business. Literally, I'm gonna provide you lots of training in the description of this video. But for right now, I wanna tell you the story of how this t-shirt right here is responsible for generating over $1 million in revenue for me. This story is powerful because this is a true story in my life. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at the beginning. I'm gonna walk you through this step by step and tell you how print-on-demand literally revolutionized my life. Woo. First things first, it was 2013, the summer, and my friend Arthur Tubman was starting to make a lot of money, and he was living down in Costa Rica. And I asked him, I said, listen, Arthur, what are you doing? Whatever you're doing right now is like making tens of thousands of dollars per month. I wanna learn. And he told me, he goes, Chris, it's crazy. I was down in Costa Rica, and I met this guy who was a surfer who was making like $10,000 to $20,000 a month passively from Facebook, and so he would just go out and surf all day. Arthur said he went to this guy and said, dude, can you teach me what you're doing? This sounds amazing. And the guy basically showed him how he built up these big Facebook fan pages with hundreds of thousands of fans, and then would make posts and would sell them stuff. For example, he would build a fan page all about The Walking Dead, and it would be like The Walking Dead fan club, and every single day he would post pictures like memes and pictures of the actors and countdowns to when the next season is showing. And then on this page, every like couple days, he would sell something, maybe a Walking Dead t-shirt or an offer, whatever it might be. He said that this was absolutely crazy, and it was creating like $10,000 to $20,000 a month for him. So the big thing was, how can you build a big audience? So Arthur literally started researching how to do this, and Arthur figured out a way to copy this guy and to build up these big Facebook fan pages for literally 1 penny per fan. We called it the penny click method. Literally, for 1 penny per fan, you could build up a huge fan page. So for example, for $1, you could have 100 fans. For $10, you could have 1,000 fans. For $100, you could have 10,000 fans. For $1,000, you could have 100,000 fans. So think this through. Literally, you could build a fan page of 100,000 fans for just $1,000 if you knew how to do it properly. And it took some practice, but he learned it, he cracked the code, and he started building up these massive fan pages. Then he started finding things to be able to sell them. In that journey, during that process, I wanted to copy Arthur. So what I did was I reverse engineered his entire process, and I started doing it myself. I started building up these big fan pages. I remember one was all about The Walking Dead, another one was all about Bible scripture quotes, stuff having to do with like Christianity. Another one was all about sports and having to do with the San Francisco 49ers, a football team that I liked at the time, and the San Francisco Giants. I just built up all of these big, massive fan pages. Literally, I just started building fan pages in several niches and seeing how big I could build them up, always trying to get fans for 1 penny each. So fast forward, I've got all of these fan pages, and now it's time to start monetizing, time to start making money from them. So I'm looking for little offers and looking for stuff. At that time, I came across an ad on Facebook, and it was this guy named Tanner Larson, who was teaching how to be able to do print on demand, okay? I had no idea what this was. I'd never heard of it before. What print on demand was, is literally what I saw from the ad, was he was basically creating t-shirt designs, putting them on t-shirts and selling them, okay? That's simple. He was creating designs like this. He wasn't even putting on t-shirts himself. He was just uploading them, putting them on a site called Teespring back then, and then selling them. And he had a course teaching exactly how. So you know I had to buy the course. So I bought it, I started going through it, and I started learning. From there, he introduced me to another guy named Don Wilson. This guy named Don Wilson had an amazing Facebook advertising course, okay? And it was called The Laboratory. We would all get together every single day in this Facebook group and ask questions and network and help each other out. And so I started selling t-shirts. I started posting pictures of t-shirts in all of my Facebook fan pages, and I started getting sales. You know, one here, one there. They were trickling in, maybe a few $100s a month, but I was still at a loss because I had paid for the fans and it was taking too long to make back my money. So I wanted to speed it up. So what I did was I went inside the lab and I started seeing what other people were doing. Now, there was this guy who literally had this big long post, and he said, you do not need to have a Facebook fan page with a lot of fans to make money. That was the intro's post. Like, you do not need to build up these big fan pages in order to make money. He says, watch this case study. I took a niche that I have no fan page in, and I ran an ad directly to those people, and I spent $100, and I turned around and made $1,000 just like that. Literally overnight. And my mind was blown. Here was this guy openly sharing what he was doing, but he flipped $100 to make $1,000, and he broke down the case study of it. Here I was building up these big fan pages and trying to do it all free. Here he was just placing an ad directly to his t-shirt. So for example, if you had a t-shirt design that said like Walking Dead, it was like some sort of fan of The Walking Dead or something having to do with it. Now again, we're not gonna get into copyright issues. You gotta be careful with, like, you can't use brands, you can't use copyright infringing content, nothing like that. But let's just say you came up with some creative line that a fan of The Walking Dead would know. All he's saying is you take the picture and you make a post on Facebook and then you advertise it, and then in the description there's a link to go buy the shirt. That's all that he did. He spent $100, made $1,000. And then everybody in the comments started doing it, saying, does this really work? Does this really work? Is this like, you don't need a fan page? And what happened was the entire industry was like revolutionized. I was right there at the forefront of it. I had hundreds of thousands of fans on all these pages. Right at the time, everybody was telling me, you don't even have to have it. So I tried it myself. You are looking at my very first design that I went ahead and tried myself. This says Farewell Candlestick. It's got a silhouette of Candlestick Park, and it says 1971 to 2013, San Francisco. What I did was I basically went online. I knew I had the San Francisco 49ers page. I felt comfortable because I was from the Bay Area in California. So what I did was I went online and I said, I need to find something that fans are passionate about. I did a Google search and it was like San Francisco 49er fans. Okay, I started saying maybe there's a fan site, maybe there's something where I can see what they like. And I went to Google Images, and I kid you not, one of the first Google images was a San Francisco 49er fan who was holding up a sign. You know when you go to a sports game, you hold up signs? He was holding up a sign and it said Farewell Candlestick 1971 to 2013. That's exactly what it said. So when I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, that's it. I'm gonna make a shirt with that design. And here's why. Candlestick Park was where the 49ers had played all those years, but the stadium was being torn down and they were moving to San Jose to a brand new stadium. It was being torn down in 2013. So that was the last season they were gonna play there. So all the fans were very sentimental about this. I literally sat there and thought, I'm gonna make this into a design. So I went onto a site called upwork.com, upwork.com, and I typed in graphic designer, and I found the designer who would design this for $25. So this design right here cost me $25, okay? So he designed this for me. Then what I did was I took it and I uploaded it to a site called Teespring, and I put it on a long sleeve like this. I also put it on a short sleeve. I put it on a V-neck type shirt for girls, and then I put it on a hoodie. Now it was winter of 2013, so I spent the majority of my time on these long sleeves and the hoodies. And the hoodies, you can sell them for $39.95 for $40, and your base cost is like just under $20. So essentially, your cost is $20, the customer pays $40. Now, you don't have any overhead out of pocket. The company at that time was Teespring. They took all the overhead, okay? So here's what would happen. I spent $25. I uploaded my image to Teespring, and I had a nice little site built for me. I didn't even have to do anything, okay? I just chose what to price it, what selections there were, stuff like that. And I have a video in the description to be able to show you exactly how to do that. Next, I had to get people to go to the page. So what I did was I went on Facebook ads and I targeted people who liked the San Francisco 49ers, but the audience was too big. It was like millions and millions of people. So I thought, in order to get this audience to convert, I need to make it smaller, like 500,000 or 1 million people. So what I did was I said, San Francisco 49er fans who also live in San Francisco. I thought that's gonna be the most loyal people that actually have gone to Candlestick Park. And that was another ad I did. I targeted people who had checked in to Candlestick Park. You know, Facebook has as check-ins, right? They allowed me to target people who checked into the park. What a perfect audience. People that actually have gone to this stadium, have checked in, are likely to purchase something like this to commemorate this. And those little ads would target like 200,000 to 500,000 people. When I started running those ads, I was only spending $5 a day, okay? So my first day, I was spending like $5, and I would sell like, on $5, I would sell like 2 hoodies. And I'm sitting there going, this is crazy. I spent $5, the hoodies are $40, so I sold $80 in product, and about half of it's my commission. So I'm making $40. So I'm spending $5 and making $40. Some days only one would sell. So I would spend $5 and make between $20 to $40 in profit, okay? Crazy, this is insane, right? So I'm sitting here going, okay, if I'm making 3 or 4 or 5 times my money, let's turn it up. So what I did was I created like about 100 different ads that were $5 a day each. So now I'm spending $500 a day. And you guys might say that that's sketchy, but I had already gone through the training. I felt comfortable. I knew that the shirt was selling because I had already tested it, and I just felt comfortable about it. So you know what? Sometimes in life you've got to take risks. So literally, I spent around $500 a day advertising this. And here's what I would do. Every single day, I would go into my stats and I would see, is this ad converting in sales or not? If each one of these little $5 ads, imagine 100 of them, if they weren't converting sales, I would pause them. And if they were converting sales, I would let them run. So eventually those 100 ads went down to like 80 because I would pause 20 of them. Then it went down to 60 because I would pause another 20. Then it would go down to 40. After like 2 weeks, all I had was 20 ads running. So what I had done was I had paused all the losing campaigns, but kept the winning campaigns. So essentially, I had about 20 profitable campaigns going, and it started printing out money like crazy. This first shirt run that I did, I ran at 2 different accounts. One of them did about 30,000 and the other one did about 20,000. So together, about $50,000 in profit. This one shirt did about $50,000 in profit. My entire life is like revolutionized. The entire game has been changed for me because now all I gotta do is think of an idea, have a designer do it for $25 and upload it to this website and then run ads to it. Worst case, nobody buys it, I'm out $5 or $10, right? Or I'm out $20. I could live with that because it's like gambling, but it's more calculated. It's like calculated risk, right? Because I could always just cancel and then I could just keep trying until I finally find a winner. Once I find a winner, it's game on. I'm gonna go crazy. So here's what happened. Once I started having success like this, everybody I knew was saying, Chris, please teach me, dude. This is amazing. You're literally printing money in the Facebook newsfeed. Teach me, teach me, teach me. So what I did was I documented all of this into a case study. I broke down exactly how I was making tens of thousands of dollars with this exact design. And I created a little course. The course was called Dark Post Profits. And because it was so real, it was so authentic, and it was only $100, that course started going viral. That course literally sold over 5,000 customers at $100 a piece. Over $500,000 generated just by sharing the testimonial. So here's the first big business tip, is that what I did was I basically spent time learning, and then I positioned myself in front of the trend. Then when the trend hit, I capitalized on it and I started running with it like crazy. Once I started making money, I took screenshots, I documented the process, and I created my own digital course. Okay, a little membership area with my little videos, and I sold it. So it's more than just the shirt. The shirt sparked up an extra $500,000. So yes, $50,000 in profit over here, and another like after expenses, another like $300,000 in profit by teaching others how I did it. And it was going viral. People loved it so much that they actually wanted a part 2 of the course. So I created Dark Post Profits Part 2, and in that course, I went and interviewed a bunch of people. What are the greatest advertising strategies that you have for beginners? We launched that course, and that course did over $1 million in sales in a single month. And it was all based on this concept, literally the concept of using Facebook ads to sell products that you don't have in inventory. That's it. I was just taking pictures of products, people were buying them, and somebody else was shipping them the product. Somebody else had the inventory on the shirt. Somebody else was the one using the printing machines, all the inventory on all the print on demand equipment. Somebody else was handling all the shipping. Somebody else was doing everything. All I was doing was coming up with the design and uploading it to a site and then advertising that page. That was it. I was out, like sometimes I would be out $100 with no profit, but then I would cancel it. And then over here, maybe I'd spend $100, no profit, I would cancel it. And I would keep trying until boom, I'd spend $100, make $1,000. Then I got the winner, and I no longer care about these losses. And now I just scale that thing, you guys. This one shirt resulted in over $1 million. If it were not for this design, if it were not for this one shirt, I never would have created that course. I never would have made that kind of money. That's crazy to me, right? This one shirt was proof to me that the model worked, and I had the foresight to turn around and teach it because barely anybody was teaching it at that time, you guys. Can you believe it? Now, here's what's crazy is that I went on for the next several years. That was 2013. 2013. I went on in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 to continue teaching it. Now I've taught hundreds of thousands of people around the world how to make money from home with their computer, and I can teach you as well. And I'm doing it every single day here on my vlog. All you've got to do is subscribe, you guys. This is exactly what we do. It's like my way of being able to pay it forward. I've been blessed to have generated tens of millions of dollars in sales online. I'm blessed to be able to live in the house that I live in, to drive the cars that I drive. And I'm blessed to have so many students with testimonials. The least I can do is pay it forward. So this training is free. When you subscribe, it's free here on this vlog. Sometimes we're doing entertaining stuff. Sometimes it's more education. We combine them together. We call it edutainment. And the reason we do that is because we want to reach a broader audience. Instead of just boring teaching, we want to mix it up and we want to have fun. So today's episode was all about a story on how I was able to start literally from scratch, learn from a friend, get results, position myself, capitalize on a trend, capitalize on an opportunity, teach other people how to do it, and create a massive amount of wealth in the process. You guys should be reverse engineering and modeling after my success, because there's not many people willing to share it openly like this, and I'm doing that here for you today. So today's vlog was a little bit different. Today's a travel day. I've got to go jump on a plane. I knew I wasn't gonna have time to film, so I spent time with you right here in my hallway, in my front door, and I just wanted to kick it with you guys, spend some good quality time, and focus on education. Focus on life-changing principles. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's vlog. Peace!
Car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh Rolls Royce with a real OG. He rolled down his window and he started to say,
you need a Shopify mentor to up your game. Cause the store's on the web, but what we make, we keep running the maths, we keep killing the game. Knowing nothing in life but the way to get paid. You could quote me, boy.